What up, what up? What up, fam? You know what I'm saying? Just trying to do this little midnight little video real quick. You know what I'm saying? About basically correlation of critical thinking and media, right? How it goes hand in hand, you know? How if you don't have proper critical thinking skills, you're gonna believe anything. Anything that's regurgitated to you, anything that's been told to you. Anything you will believe, you know. So yeah. So what is critical thinking to me? Critical thinking. Asking, thinking for a second, third, excuse me, fourth opinion, questioning everything, not letting up, right? Not letting up, not letting just one opinion or what somebody tells you or whatever off the news. Any of that, not letting that regurgitate into your system, right? You know, just basically just critical thinking. Thinking for the third, fourth time, like I said. For example, you see what I'm saying? You got you got like a little three system thing, right? So it forms a little psychology of programming when it comes down to media, right? You got desensitizing people. You got the representation theory, and you got the 2 point system, right? So basically, those three things are basically an assist for the media to program you. Why they call it television programming, to program your mind, right? Basically. So the thing is, I think if more people are actually, I know if more people were critically thinking and more people actually thought and put a lot of thought and extra thought into things and just didn't believe everything that was told to them, I think they would know that the media is full of lies and propaganda. You see what I'm saying? They wouldn't probably as necessarily know the 2 point, what I just said was those three elements in that system of programming. They probably wouldn't know that, but at the same time, they definitely would be questioning more things. You see what I'm saying? But I have heard, and I'm starting to see too, even though I don't even know, because you go to a news feed on YouTube or any kind of social media, and you'll still see millions of views. So are people really watching social media over mainstream media? I don't know. Is it really are really people leaving TV and going to mainstream social media? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. We don't know. That could be said. Is there any fact to back that up? I mean, I'm not doing no data on that. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is, another thing, propaganda. Another thing when it comes down to media. You see what I'm saying? Just misinformation that's told to you, just lies and just fabrication and stuff like that. That's all what the news is. There's a movie that came out in the early '90s called Living Large. It's a dude starring T.C. Carson, that played Kyle on Living Single. Dope movie, man. So he stumbles upon being a little anchor or whatever. You see what I'm saying? He's one of these anchors or whatever got shot right in front of his eyes or whatever. He takes the microphone. He takes charge or whatever. So basically, make small story short, he's an anchor man, right? But he's doing his stories and he's making his community look good. But the lady, the little producer lady or whatever, is telling him to write all types of negative stories about his community and change the narrative. See, that's another thing too when it comes down to media is narrative. When it comes down to the news, is narrative. You see what I'm saying? If it doesn't fit something that doesn't necessarily fit their narrative, they ain't gonna go with it. If it don't fit the mainstream media narrative, it ain't gonna go with it. You see what I'm saying? Desensitizing, right? A perfect example of how they desensitize. Breaking news. Tragedy. A woman 6 months pregnant, shot and killed. I want to warn you, this is very graphic. So you might want to let children go into the other room. You see, they describe a story, right? And after the story's over, oh, it's sad. Ain't that sad? It's sad. Daisy, isn't it sad? It's pretty sad, huh? It's a sad case, huh? Oh yeah, Bob. Real sad. Real sad. Well, on a lighter note, St. Patrick's Day is coming right around the corner. You see how they do that? They give you something tragic like that, man, like somebody getting killed and shot and done up, but then they hit you with something pleasant like St. Patrick's Day, right? You see, that's desensitizing you. They're getting you to bait and switch, like getting your mind to click on and off. They're telling you what to think. You just see what I'm saying, how to feel and what to feel at that certain time, and then throw it off, and then telling you to feel okay after giving you a different kind of story. You see that? That's dangerous, man. That's dangerous. You know, in the 40s, propaganda started, and this got started by the Nazi Party, right? But they was liking America's information. They was liking how America got down. So they traded information. They traded ways. So, you could say that the Nazis and America got down in a certain way together. So they liked each other's style. You could say that. So, So I mean, so propaganda is not legal, man. You could BS, you could fabricate, you could do all that to a story and it's all good. You know. But see, the thing is, if you critically think, you wouldn't feel guilty, or you wouldn't hold your thoughts or yourself responsibility for your certain thoughts that you would think about that, or you wouldn't hold yourself responsible, or you wouldn't feel guilty even if you are wrong, or even if you didn't come to the right conclusion. You ain't even gonna feel like that. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, but I mean, if you just sit back and it's like whatever. I got to know so many people. I hate politics. I'm not into politics. You know what I'm saying? Okay, whatever the case is, that's fine. You see what I'm saying? But your stupid ass is gonna be on the internet with your I voted sticker or whatever the little bullshit pin is. You know what I'm saying? So you don't like politics, but you bragging about voting though. I don't think that make any fucking sense. But to each his own. So yeah, so it's just we just use our discernment, man, to make the best kind of judgment possible. Um, but see, I think another thing before I go, another thing, we got it bad as black people because we got these people telling us when to feel a certain kind of way about our tragedies and our losses. They don't do that to any other group but black people. You see what I'm saying? When you got people that ain't even from America that's black, that's not even they might be from America, but their roots aren't from America. You see what I'm saying? They're like descendants of other places and shit like that, or they're people that come here and immigrate here and they look dark like us, but they're not actually classified as African Americans. A lot of them don't have the same kind of struggle. They don't have our same struggle, and they don't have the same passion and desire to get what us Black Americans have on this continent accomplished. You see what I'm saying? They don't have the same kind of goals. They don't have the same kind of things that we want, and the same kind of things we fighting for. You see what I'm saying? You got people like Sheila Jackson Lee and people like that aren't really in our best interest. So my thing is that I'm gonna come with some solutions. I'm gonna come with get rid of them. The Congressional Black Caucus, we don't need them. You see what I'm saying? Sheila Jackson Lee, we don't need you. Who else? Tim Scott, we don't need you. We don't need these people, man. These people don't speak for black people, man. They speak for themselves. You figure if I was a millionaire, right? If I have a certain amount of money, if I'm winning, um, and I'm making more money than you, a lot of times chances are I'm gonna be selfish, and I'm not gonna care about my group. I'm not going to care about my people. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to think that that's my best interest to care and do stuff for my people. And that's what I think those people are. Those people sell us out. But if you were to think critically, you would know that. And you wouldn't vote for people like that. You wouldn't vote for people like that, man. One more thing before I go. What group, I'm going to ask one question. What group lets their group or the people that represent them, what group lets the people that represent them do things to not represent them? What group lets their group that's supposed to represent them use their money